Hey, it's Tom Dalton from the Emmy Award-winning PBS television program Under the Radar Michigan. Now, I've eaten at great places around the world, and believe it or not, 11 of my top 10 favorite restaurants are right here in Michigan. Sure, I can't count, but I know good food. Watch this. Have you ever had a meal that was so good it's almost like you went to the cook's house and had it? No? Well, you're gonna now. Come on.
It's the Cook's House, and not only is it actually in a house, this funky, cool little restaurant is serving some of the best food you'll find this side of the galaxy. Chef Eric Patterson, along with his wife Teresa and Chef Jennifer Blakesley, have created an intimate dining experience that will make you feel like you're part of their foodie family.
What brought you to Michigan?
My business partner, who was my sous chef in Las Vegas, she knew that my wife and I were looking around different places in the country to move to open a restaurant like this. She was raised in Traverse City, so she suggested Traverse City. I actually had to do some research and discovered that the area has everything we were looking for.
Your whole philosophy is local, sustainable cuisine.
Right. The philosophy stemmed from us being chefs and not environmentalists. In fact, I didn't really know much about the whole farm-to-table movement prior to us moving here. I wanted to do a farm-to-table idea because it just makes sense as a chef. If I can get food that's grown 5 miles away and brought to me when it's at its extreme freshest, it means it's at its best. We later on discovered, as time was going on, people started talking about us being leaders on the farm-to-table movement up here. I had to actually find out what the hell that movement was. Because it wasn't our intention. We just wanted to produce the best food we could, and it only made sense to do it with food that is grown by small farmers, small producers.
Well, the point you made says it best. I mean, the stuff that's local, that's close by, that's fresher, makes better food.
Better tasting food, it's healthier for you. I've always preached simplicity in food. But when we moved up here and we started to work with food that is so incredibly fresh and so incredibly flavorful, I actually had to even go more to the simple side of cooking so that the product would have an opportunity to just speak for itself. It's that good.
In all the conversations I've had with chefs across the state, I don't think I've ever met anybody more passionate or dedicated to his craft, his staff, or his patrons.
Actually, I don't even like to order here. I want them to make me food, and I'm good with it.
They emphasize local and sustainable. They plug into the community as far as their ingredients. Simple things, but they make exotic dishes out of them.
We have never had a bad meal. We absolutely love it.
It's kind of that unique place where you really feel like you're walking into somebody's home and really sitting down with family to have a unique meal that you're just not going to find just off the main street. And I love that.
They seem something that's simple, but every time I'm surprised at how much flavor and everything's in the dishes.
I guess what your philosophy is, instead of getting an idea and looking for ingredients for your idea, you take your ingredients and then come up with an idea from that.
Yeah, no, well, my food flows from just kind of what it is that we're working with wants to be. I mean, it's nothing like I don't take on some weird metaphysical thing that, the carrots talk to me.
When the carrots start talking to you,
I back off the scotch at that point.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, every dish has something it wants to be, and it's my approach to just allow the dish to kind of become what it is on its own. And because of the incredible ingredients that we work with, I find that if I try to get too much in the way of it and try to impose too much of my own wants into it, it actually doesn't come out as good. One of the great chefs in the 80s and 90s, Marco Pierre White, he said that the cook needs to back off and let Mother Nature be the true artist.
Well, one thing, dish, and glass led to another, and before we knew it, we were full, filled with great stories, and already planning our return. So if you want a great Michigan-made meal, just walk right into the Cook's House. Heck, you don't even have to knock.